The Matrix, I'll have to say, I was very excited when that trailer dropped, even though when I start to think back, I didn't really care for the series that much. 1 was great, 2 was okay, 3, that's way too sci-fi for me. And I have to say, it's not a solid trilogy if you put them all together. But Matrix 4, Keanu Reeves, sporting John Wick style, it's got to be good, right? Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Confessional, and this is Dave from Nerdbox, and I'm accompanied by my wife, Jen, also from Nerdbox. And on this episode, we are talking about Matrix Resurrection. So fire up that Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
Thomas Anderson, or as a lot of us know him, Neo.
No, it's Mr. Anderson.
Okay, or Neo.
Mr. Anderson.
Anyway, he's a game designer working on his next game and dealing with mental illness when he's asked at work to follow up to his creation, the Matrix trilogy. He's reluctant to, after working on the original trilogy, caused him to lose his grip on reality and not have the ability to distinguish between the real world and the video game. As he's pressed to create the follow-up, he begins to lose grip once again. Or is it that he's waking back up to the truth of the Matrix?
Before we jump into it, just a reminder that we are running a contest to hit 1,000 subscribers with your help. That's right, we can do it together because we appreciate you watching our videos and we want to spread that love to everybody else. So first, check to see if you're subscribed to the channel, then like the video and share it. Try to get some friends to jump on the bandwagon with us because there's a lot of things that we would like to do within Nerdbox across all of our shows, and we can't do that without your help. Now, The Matrix 4. Okay. This movie almost seemed like it was 2 different movies. And as you mentioned, we have Thomas Anderson that is going through the struggles, and I thought it was an awesome twist to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And what we've seen is like, holy shit, this has the potential to be absolutely brilliant and one of the best movies ever, and probably surpass the 3 previous movies because the way it was delivering the story. And then we go into the Matrix.
Yes, we do.
That doesn't say a lot. Oy. What did you think of this one?
Okay, so we'll put it right out there from the start with me. I wasn't at all excited to see this movie. I didn't even want to see this movie. I never cared for The Matrix. It just wasn't my bag. I am not a computer nerd, and I don't care for sci-fi.
Wow, you just offended a lot of computer nerds out there.
No, they would enjoy it, and that's great. That's great for someone who enjoys it.
What a stereotype.
No.
You're saying computer nerds are going to like The Matrix?
Kim said that she's a nerdy sci-fi chick, and she likes The Matrix.
Is she a computer nerd?
She likes computer stuff. Anyway, if you're into this sort of thing, you're going to really enjoy it.
I don't know about that.
Or not. I don't know. I had no desire to see this movie from the beginning. I didn't like any of the other ones, starting with the first one. I didn't even remember that I had seen it. That's how much I liked it.
To your point there, it's been a while since we watched the entire franchise or any of the movies. The first one probably within the last 5 years. The whole entire series, at least 10 years. Because
I saw the first one within the last 5 years.
Yeah, we sat down here and watched it.
Don't remember that. See? I may have fallen asleep. Sometimes he doesn't notice when I fall asleep during a movie.
Oh, I notice.
No, because sometimes you're sleeping too.
That's one of our ratings. Now, like I mentioned, the third one was just tough. And probably watching the third one right before we seen part 4 didn't help this movie at all. Because it's like, oh man, I can't wait till the third one ends. It's just so horrible. Now, appears to be plot holes when you watch the trailer. It's like, oh, why is this happening? Why is that happening?
Mm-hmm.
That's all explained very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The character build-up and the regular world is done excellent. It's just when they get into the Matrix, I didn't get lost. Some people got lost. It just gets meh.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why a lot of people got lost. It's like, because I saw a lot of people saying, hey, what the hell happened in this movie?
Yeah.
It's just like, meh.
Yeah. I wasn't confused. I understood what was going on between the two worlds. I completely understood it.
It's a perfect pickup from the last two movies.
It is. And I completely understood it. I was not confused at all. I just didn't enjoy it. I wasn't into it. It did not pull me in. Now, in the beginning, I will say that I was I was on board for it because, you know, it was like the mental illness. It was like, oh, wait, is this really the reality? Was the Matrix like it never happened? He's having like this, he's been having a mental breakdown the whole time and he's seeing a shrink, and who was played by Neil Patrick Harris, so I love him. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is great. And then
yeah,
bam.
It's a fluid movie. We've talked about it before, so you can go through this movie and come out with, hey, it's really all about the Matrix or it's about mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really distinct between those two. It's really left up to you to decide that.
Yeah.
It sets up some good scenes later on in the movie where it's like, oh my god, what's really going to happen here? And it's just, I wish they would have stayed more into that story base that they had in the beginning, because I just think it would have been an amazing movie, and it probably would have been considered one of the best sequels to a trilogy, or even a reboot to a trilogy ever, if they kept going down that path.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, what are you rating this one?
I'm gonna rate this one a nope.
Oh, well, I'm going to rate this one as it's a good one to take a nap to.
We both did that.
And I wasn't lost. And that
I wasn't lost either, and I fell asleep, so...
And the reason why I'm going to say it was good to take a nap to is because the Matrix sinks into your dreams, and it just screws things up. But I didn't really miss anything in the movie. I kind of followed along the whole entire time. The action scenes were good, so if it was on TV again, it's like, oh, I'm a little tired. I'll click this on, fall asleep, have a good Matrix stream in the process. And that's it.
I probably would have rated it the same if it had seeped into my dreams. It did not. So for that reason, it's a nope for me, because I didn't even, it wasn't a refreshing nap. So.
Oh, well, okay. Well.
Anyway, like, subscribe. That is the biggest one. Make sure you subscribe. Yes. Turn on the notifications. And share so that other people can subscribe.
And so you have a chance of winning some money.
Who doesn't want free money? Come on.
Exactly.
Everyone wants free money.
Well, the review train keeps rolling, and there'll be more coming. Maybe this week. Maybe I'll take a few days off to work on other shows, but there's a lot more reviews coming. So until the next, see ya.